Hey there, Internet Keith here, and welcome to the Cars and Keith YouTube channel. In this video, we're doing something that I love to do, which is create something. Not necessarily invent, but create. We're using multiple products to create a spotless solution for traveling or things like that for a portable rinse. This will work really well in places like apartments, on vacation. You can wash your car all you want, but in the end, when you rinse it, you want to make sure that you're not leaving any water spots. Now, you still should be drying your car whether using a leaf blower or towels, but sometimes it just takes a while and things dry on the car before you're ever done. So this is going to give you a spotless solution, or put close to 99% spotless solution. It might leave small little marks behind, but they're like wipe-off marks. So we will be using the zero filter water. We've got a Home Depot bucket with that filter water already built into it, and we're using the portable pressure washer that we used in one of our recent videos. So go check the video out on that. It's a great product, works awesome. Let's get right into everything that you're gonna need. So the final version is right here. You're gonna need two really good buckets, two lids. You have that portable pressure washer I talked about. We have a 3.5-inch hole saw bit for a drill that came with this set right here. I have a link below. It was like $19.99 on Amazon, and it came with so many different sizes. We have the zero filter right here. Let's open that up. So I found this for 17 bucks on Amazon. It was $24.99 and it was $17, Amazon's choice. So this is the filter, and this is really mostly what you need. But within this zero filter, you actually get a TDS meter, because this allows you to measure how effective your filter is. So basically you just have your TDS meter, you take the top off and you set it in the water, submerge it to about this line right here, turn it on, and it tells you how many parts per million dissolved solids there are in your water. So you know if it's not zero anymore, your filter has started to deteriorate. So you have your piece here, you have your pitcher top, you basically just screw those together, and this is your pitcher. Just like that, 6 cups. Great around the house, great around the wash cart. We got our 2 buckets. This is a leak tight bucket. I got this at Home Depot, but I have a link below for it as well. This is available in Amazon in like a bluish color. It's a really sturdy, flat bottom. It doesn't sag when you put anything in it. The Home Depot buckets, don't use them. Not good. Your other lid, which we cut a hole in with a 3.5-inch hole saw bit that we showed you earlier. So with that same hole saw bit, dead center of the bucket, we are drilling out another hole. Take our filter, pop it through the bottom. You got your filter housing on the inside. Then we just screw it down so it's tight, and then you can actually start to really tighten the bottom. But watch your gasket to make sure that it's not blowing out anywhere. Make sure it's nice, even seal all the way around. And you just place it right through the hole. And the lid here has a nice little offset on the inside that fits perfectly around this bucket, so you can stack them. You see, it's not going anywhere. We fill this all the way up to the top of water, and it's gonna filter all the way down. So let's go to a time lapse of this and see how long it takes. Took exactly 1 hour to filter all this. And I gotta say, it's probably about 4 gallons, 3.5 to 4 gallons. It's at this line right here. I mean, this is just the right amount. The filter is really strong. You can put Coke in there and it will come out as 0 ppm water in the end. Here's a video. But they're not meant to filter Coca-Cola. That's just a way to show you how well the filter works. This is meant for taking tap water and turning it into 0 ppm water. Now, if you wanted to be extra, then you can do what I did here and basically just, you use a bigger hole saw and cut out the top. And there you go. So you're definitely utilizing more of the bucket. All right, so I said earlier 2 lids, but in reality you really need 3, because you have your one with your large cutout. You have one here that I cut 1/2 inch with a 1/2 inch drill bit out. That allows my hose for my portable pressure washer to fit through real nice and tight. And then obviously one without a hole in it. That way I can store this water, or I can travel with this water in a car somewhere and not have to worry about it splashing out. So you would need to take your hose, clean it up with some alcohol or something like that. The same thing with the buckets. You need to make sure they're cleaned out before you try to filter into them, because any of the contaminants on the bucket, on the inside, are going to mix with the water and could cause it to be above 0 ppm or even be 0 ppm but cause water spotting. Now this hose does fit perfectly through this hole right here, and it has enough tension where I can push the hose into the bottom of the bucket, and then we're ready to go. We can hold the bucket, walk around while we do this. So let's check to make sure this is 0 ppm. Take a little bit of water. There we go, 0, 0, 0. Let's test it out. The first thing we do is want to clean this off to make sure our surface is clean before we do this. So we're going to use G6 from Gtechniq. This will evaporate. We got a lot of water spots on here from driving in the rain on the way back from Eurofest. So we're out here with our unit next to the car. 3 or 4 feet away is fine. This hose is more than enough to reach the front and the rear from the middle of the car. You're gonna have to, move it around to get to maybe the front and the rear corner on maybe the other side, but not too bad. The sun is really bad right now, which is perfect because that's gonna give us a nice hot surface to help dry this on fast enough. You're sure you're fully connected, because sometimes it can sit on there and not be fully connected. And then run it until all the water purges out. Now remember to avoid touching your car with the hose. You don't want to scratch it. This is just the rinse part. This does have multiple angles, 40 degrees, 0 degrees, 25 degrees, and 15 degrees, but we're just doing a rinse here. All we're trying to do is rinse off from top to bottom all the water off, so what's left is the spotless water. There we go, now let's just sit and wait for it to dry. We don't have any sunlight left because there's actually, looks like a storm coming in. So, we saw it drying. And I gotta tell you what, I don't see any water spots. I see some residues, but I don't know if I got it completely clean beforehand or not. But whatever is here is easily wipeable. Get a better angle. Yeah, that's basically gone. Now this area up here was never cleaned, so this has water spots from the rain before, but you don't see like you would if you were to just throw tap water in here. You would see spots for all these, and they would be like white spots because of the salts and everything in the water. I gotta say, pretty dang good. And if there is any residue there, I would call it, it's kind of weird to say, a confident residue. One that's easily wipeable. So I really hope you enjoyed that, and just remember that it's never going to be 100% spotless because there's things on the car, in the air, there's all kinds of things that can contribute to a water spot, but a confident water spot is better than a bad water spot. You want your water spot to be easy to wipe off, take care of, not etch in, not ruin your paint. That's what these kind of water spots are going to be. Now, if you don't wash your car great, there could be soap in there. If you don't wash your car completely, there could be contaminants in there. So you have to make sure the car is being washed, and then when you're done with everything, that final rinse is this. And you should be confident that if you do get any water spotting, it's going to be very easy to take care of. So check the link in the description below for all these types of products. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. This worked really well. You can pour Coke in it right here. Now this filter is really good. Now this filter is really good. Now this filter filters. So I spent all this time setting everything up. Everything's perfect. Nobody's making a sound. I hit the record button and immediately he's mowing the grass next door. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's not his fault. It's okay, you can mow the lawn during the day, but it just happens to me every single time. The timing is horrible. The neighbor next door to him starts weed eating. I don't know what to do. So this video we're gonna use the 0